Hello, my name is Ryan Donnelly. I'm from Fontana, California. I'm 14 years old and I train on the MotoAcademy.com.
Hello, Albert here for another ramp session. Today, I'm going to do something cool and tell you how to do it. I guess we found a ramp here at Motoland MX Park in Casa Grande, Arizona, and this is a 2-spec ramp. I think it's 5 feet shorter in distance than like the normal 75-foot freestyle, but it feels like a booter. So I'm going to hit it a few times and I will explain to you guys how to do it, I suppose.
Cooking on the track.
Who this video is going to be for, really, but I don't know. I guess who doesn't want to know how to hit a freestyle ramp, just in case you encounter that day. So the key, this is a 450, absolutely second gear on a 450. Your typical freestyle ramp is going to be 75 feet. This one's at 70, so it's pretty much there. I'm jumping to 75 feet on the landing all day long. On a 250F, I would guess that you're probably in second as well, but you might be able to get away with third. The idea is you want to understand the compression and rebound of the bike. What it is, when you hit a freestyle ramp, you are essentially doing a preload, which means that when you hit the transition of the jump face, you are ramping up the RPMs to try to get the bike to compress and unload as much as possible. And what you're doing is you're going to squat down with the bike while trying to keep your knees back on the balls of your feet. Standard attack position, just how I would normally teach. You're squatting down with the motorcycle as it compresses, and then you're unloading as the bike unloads. When you learn how to do tricks, most of your tricks are extending from this compression and rebound as well. So when you see me doing the Superman in this video, not that I'm a freestyle guy, but I think I understand the general idea. You compress, unload, and you let that fling your body out whichever direction it's going. So if you're doing a Superman, you fling your body out as far back as possible, as quick as possible, and it will return quickly. If you let your body go out slow, for a Superman, for example, your body will keep going and it will not return. Knack-knack, same idea. The quicker you throw the bike out for a knack-knack, the quicker it'll snap back. Heel clicker, same idea. You compress on the jump face. When you unload, you allow that unloading to throw your legs up above the handlebars. So from my same thing, no-footed can-can. All the freestyle tricks that I've done throughout my career are all that same idea. You are using the compression and rebound of the jump face and that natural preload to kind of throw you into the trick. If you're just straight airing it, then you just do a preload. When you get into the air, I pull the clutch in, I tap that rear brake just to get the bike leveled out, because keep in mind, level, when you're hitting a landing of a freestyle jump, is no longer level here. It is now whatever pitch the landing is. And the idea is you want to make sure that you land both tires at the same time. If you land back tire first and slap the front, it's probably going to hurt a little bit, and the chance of it throwing you over the bars is a little bit more likely. Then you certainly don't want to land too much front tire first. So you wait till the peak of your jump, the height of your jump, you see where you're at, the distance, you're able to gauge it at that point well, and then you can pull that clutch in, tap the rear brake, get that bike leveled out to where you want it to. When I land a freestyle ramp, I land on the throttle, just how I'd approach any type of landing on a jump on a track. The more throttle you land with, the smoother it is, especially if you guys are trying to play around with whips or anything like that where you potentially are landing a little bit sideways. You want to land on the throttle to pour yourself out from that. They're really quite easy, and it's pretty darn fun. You get that feeling in the pit of your stomach because you float in the air for so long. It's an unusual feeling. You have more hang time than you would on any jump, at a motocross track, that's for sure. For a freestyle ramp, you have two options. You can sit down on the jump face or you can choose to stand up. They're both going to be that preload motion. A seat bounce, it's a standard seat bounce position where your balls of your feet, you're sitting very central on the seat, pretty much in the middle of the seat, and your upper body is going to be completely upright. With a seat bounce, the only difference is you're letting your butt basically do that compression rebound without having to put that force as much into your feet. You can trust the traction on the expanded metal like crazy, which is a good feeling for people that are learning how to whip, because the best way to whip is to track the bike up and away, which requires traction. A scrub, you want to brake traction, but a true whip, you want as much traction as possible. So for anyone that's learning how to whip, a freestyle ramp realistically is the best place to do it. At 75 feet distance, maybe not, it's a little intimidating, right? But scoot that ramp in a little bit, play around with those whips. You can let it go up and away, and the natural just rotation of the bike will bring it back nicely. You have plenty of hang time to bring it back. And again, if you land a little bit sideways, just land on the throttle. The key with the freestyle ramp is to not approach too fast. In the video, I approach super slow on the mat, on the rug, carpet, whatever you want to call it. As soon as I get to the expanded metal, that's when I roll the throttle on, ramp up the RPMs, and basically all of my speed is gained right then. If you come in too fast to a freestyle ramp, what will actually happen is your suspension won't have time to compress and unload, and you'll end up pushing through it, which would be pretty darn dangerous. So come in nice and slow. When you get to the ramp, you can roll the throttle on. And what's nice as well is if you have a professionally built freestyle ramp like this one that I'm hitting today, that pretty much puts you perfect distance no matter what. Even if you go a little faster or a little slower, it seems to just pop you higher in the air and not so much throw you further. So as far as gauging the distance, that does make it quite a bit easier. Like I would always teach guys, like take it slow, put that ramp super far in, learn with it short distance with a forgiving landing. This landing's really, really long. I could probably jump 70 feet to the top. I could probably jump 110 to the bottom and be fairly safe. And that's the ideal landing you want. You don't want anything too peaked to where if you clip the top of it, you're gonna hurt yourself. And you don't want anything too steep either, because then if you overshoot it by a couple feet, you're going all the way to the flat. And then as you gain confidence, you can back that ramp up to the competition 75-foot length, which is like just the perfect length to ride second gear, 450, potentially third gear, roll the throttle on a 250F. Also keep in mind, you're probably going to want to stiffen your clickers a little bit on the suspension. This bike is sprung for a rider that's, I think, almost 300 pounds. So for me, it feels nice and stiff. When I land, it doesn't blow through the suspension stroke. But if you guys have an outdoor setup, go a few clicks stiffer. And make sure you're checking your spokes and everything, because the impact naturally is a little bit hard. All right, so for all two people out there that realistically are going to hit a freestyle ramp and are watching this video to learn how to do so, you're welcome. And for everybody else, hopefully this is slightly entertaining. If you guys want to learn how to ride like the pros, you can train with me online at themotoacademy.com. You can subscribe for your first month for only $5 if you use code MOTO, again at themotoacademy.com. Eventually we are going to have a freestyle category in there. For now, you can send in your riding footage. I can analyze it myself. You can send riding footage into Jet Lawrence for him to analyze as well. We have over 100 hours of tutorial videos that live inside of the Moto Academy for you guys to watch and enjoy that are exclusive just inside of there, which is awesome. If you want to see behind the scenes videos of all of our videos and our vlogs, follow Cameraman Cam. He's almost at 4,000. By the time this comes out, he might just be there. So thank you guys for subscribing to him. And yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go eat. Cameraman Cam's probably getting shaky over there. We haven't eaten all day. We're dehydrated. We're like raisins out here in Arizona. Okay, well, I'm done yapping. I'm gonna take a nap. Toodaloo.